going on, y'all? Y'all want to do this video real quick about something I was thinking about, man. Kind of, along the lines, man. I know it's been a lot of talk back and forth, about passport bros, whatever brothers going, overseas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fine women. People say it's about hooking up. Just trying to go and basically like sex travel, right? Cause then, it's some brothers feel like the women over here are, too far gone, not feminine, anymore, too much, back talk and, disrespect toward men, you know what I'm saying? So, brothers like, hey man, I don't even want to talk to Western women no more, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot of back and forth about that. So I say I'm of the opinion that a man, regardless of where he is, it's like you have to step up, you know what I'm saying, and take care of business, you know what I'm saying, and make yourself what I would say worthy, you know what I'm saying. You make yourself more valuable, you know what I'm saying. That way, it don't matter where you at, you know what I'm saying. You gonna have a woman's gonna rock with you, you know what I'm saying, because they see you are, you're taking action. You're really about it, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying, you may get backlash, certain women may just like, it don't matter what you're doing, you know what I'm saying. Hey man, they not feeling you. They don't like you, you know what I'm saying. But I think we have to, man, we for real as men, especially, brothers, man, black men, we have to understand that. Like, hey man, everybody not for us, you know what I'm saying. You can be the best looking man, you can have the most money, whatever, but some women just not gonna like you, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, don't take it so hard. Don't take it to heart so much, man, to where you get offended and you just you're jaded, you know what I'm saying, especially toward our women, black women, you know what I'm saying. Cause like from what I understand, we black men, our mothers are black, you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't ever want anybody to be, jaded or you know what I'm saying. Of course, my mom may have been married to my dad over 50 years, but I wouldn't want nobody jaded toward my mom, or if I had a sister, you know what I'm saying, just because she didn't want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping and, you ready to, go crazy, you know what I'm saying, do something crazy, you know what I'm saying, because you got rejected or, somebody didn't, felt like they didn't like you, you know what I'm saying. So, we have to understand that, man, and be mature about it, you know what I'm saying. Then I can truly say, though, you know what I'm saying, some of our women, yeah, they, it's like the hard, you know what I'm saying, a hard on men, hard on brothers, you know what I'm saying, because of their life experiences, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So you just, it's gonna be, it's gonna be some resistance there. That's just what it is, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be some type of, maybe some type of, you may catch some flack, you know what I'm saying, because of that, you know what I'm saying. But I would say, just all black women are just, trash, or I'm not going to talk to black women no more, or I'm not going to talk to Western women no more, because you feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's not worth it, because, which some brothers do say they go to other countries and women are more feminine. They treat men, make you feel special, you know what I'm saying. So, and a certain treatment that men, endure over here, that's like it's like it's unnecessary. It's like it shouldn't even be shouldn't even be a problem. Shouldn't ever have been an issue. You know what I'm saying? But I think some of the things that that has happened, you know what I mean, make men feel jaded. You know what I'm saying? And then you kind of got a historical context to it. Also. Which, white men, we'll say European men, they oppress their women so hard, so bad to where, and then it rubbed off on black men, you know what I'm saying, being enslaved and, going through this society, you know what I'm saying? Because we're here, we're going to adapt certain ways of, people that we have basically been, we have been, um, you know, pushed, you know, ways have been pushed on us, you know what I'm saying? Or, like I said, have been foisted upon us, you know what I'm saying? We have taken on those ways, historically, you know what I'm saying? Well, what I know, you know what I'm saying? Our ancient ancestors did not oppress their women. Matter of fact, the women, you know what I'm saying, in Kemet, in ancient Egypt, stood in, offices, you know what I'm saying, official type of roles, you know what I'm saying, government and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, where they actually were looked at, you know what I'm saying, as, heads, you know what I'm saying, of government, you know what I mean? So, and were respected, you know what I'm saying, in the society, you know what I'm saying, that, where women didn't have the right to vote, really couldn't have, could have no say, you know what I'm saying, that come from European, you know what I'm saying, men, you know what I'm saying, it stems back to Greek society, you know what I'm saying, where they didn't really want to have nothing to do with women, actually, except for, you know what I'm saying, procreation, you know what I'm saying, which you hear the island of Lesbos, you know what I'm saying, like lesbian, originally really comes from that, you know what I'm saying, all the women were sent to the island of Lesbos, the men were, you know what I'm saying, engaging in all type of homosexuality, you know what I'm saying, and, where you get the beta male and the alpha male, that's where that actually comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't never call myself no alpha male. I'm a strong black man. You know what I'm saying? And I would never call a man a beta male, because actually the beta male was the little boy. You know what I'm saying? The alpha male was actually, you know what I'm saying, you might well say molesting, having under him, as his, apprentice or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The boy was under him, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of, like I said, homosexuality going on. But, that has never occurred with our people. You know what I'm saying? We've always, you know what I'm saying, we didn't practice that in our society. And we practice, you know what I'm saying, our women being equal along with us, you know what I'm saying, side by side, not behind us, you know what I'm saying, not in front of, but side by side. And we working together, you know what I'm saying, to make the society better. So anyway, you know what I'm saying, that thing, those things that stem, if you want to say that women, and the reason they act like, are like they are, is because of that. You know what I'm saying? Historically, because of those things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, sometimes like you had to get to the origin of a thing to understand it. Instead of like, all Western women they trash, they don't want to do this. When they have been socio-psychologically programmed to act like they act. You know what I'm saying? And it's damn near a defense mechanism, because for so many years they were really oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like European men. And then you have black men that was, like I said, because that particular mentality, you know what I'm saying, forced upon our black men, because they are, you know what I'm saying, pretty much assimilated the mentality, you know what I'm saying, of European people, you know what I'm saying, especially, coming out, being in this society. You know what I'm saying? When you in a society with somebody, especially if they have oppressed you or in some form of fashion, you know what I'm saying, been your you might as well say they basically abducted our people, you know what I'm saying, enslaved our people, you know what I'm saying. Then some of us that were already here, did the same thing, you know what I'm saying, oppressed us and killed and basically genocided us, you know what I'm saying. Or imposed genocide upon us, you know what I'm saying, to take the land, you know what I'm saying, and impose their will to, carry out their, idea of what this society should be, you know what I'm saying. Then, you know what I'm saying, some of those things have rubbed off on us, some of those negative ways, you know what I'm saying, have rubbed off on us in the way we treat our women, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, it's up to us, man, as men, regardless, to step up, show our women love, and then, you know what I'm saying, correct that mentality, you know what I'm saying, that, fuck a nigga mentality, or, you know what I'm saying, or you niggas ain't shit mentality, you know what I'm saying, even correct that and make them understand, you know what I'm saying. And I would even say, in a sense, that, you know what I'm saying, regardless of anything, man, rise up and be a king in your own land. The land you native to, rise up and be a king, you know what I'm saying. That's all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? You will either do it or you're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Or if you run, you might end up running to another problem. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing, matter of fact, because what I understand, you know what I'm saying, some of the brothers, you know, some people went over there and got hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? Got in some bad situations. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, I think some may have, you know, I've heard some people that went over there and got kidnapped. Some have got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like my daddy tell me, he done told me as a young man, you know, told like, hey man, you can't run from your problems. You know what I'm saying? Because what you end up doing, you will run from one situation and you're going to run into another one. And it's going to be a whole nother problem. You know, you're going to run from one problem to another one. You know what I'm saying? So you might well stay put and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. That's where I feel about, you know, like some of my brothers, this is on a, you know, pretty much like a revolutionary tip. Like some people feel like, oh, well, I'm just going to leave and I'm going to go to Africa. I'm going to go, you know, to Thailand. I'm going to go somewhere. It's like, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Rise up and be a king in your land and be respected. You know what I'm saying? If black men and this is another thing. If black men rose up and made things happen over here and just went all the way out and said, hey, man, we not trying to hear it no more. Ain't no more police brutality. Ain't no more, you know, locking us up, you know what I'm saying, unjustly. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more police in our communities, you know what I'm saying, and just coming and terrorizing, you know what I'm saying, through so-called law enforcement, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no more you just gonna just tell us, you know, we not, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna have, you know, we're not gonna give you reparations, we're not gonna you know, you're not owed that. Say when we just say, man, we not trying to hear it. We coming for everything that's owed to us, and we gonna put a stop to everything, you know what I'm saying, that's against us, you know what I'm saying, that's doing us harm. If we did that, not only will we gain the respect of our women, but then everybody around the world, they really waiting on us to talk. They're really waiting, you know what I'm saying, on us to rise up anyway. You know what I'm saying? It just go and set the record straight. But of course, you know, some men feel like, hey man, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna lose life. I got family, I got this. But then if you want to be respected, then sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna let somebody take something from you, or you gonna rise up, you know what I'm saying, and stop it. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you asking for something, sometime, man, you know what I'm saying, it's not, you just not gonna get it by asking. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even in that sense, you know what I'm saying, I would say, you know what I'm saying, you got to rise up, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do, and you want to be respected. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like some of our women look at us like, you know, that's one of the things, like, hey, you don't have the power for me to respect you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know that if that happened, man, you know, I hate that we hadn't really did that, but I know, you know what I'm saying, if we rose up like we should, you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna be never be a some not coming from our women or nobody else to disrespect us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it gotta be. You know, some people feel like, oh well, you know, what about, you know, you gonna get people killed, like shit. So you gonna tell me you rather for somebody to come in your house, take your whole family. And yeah, it relates to the individual, because the macro deal, on the micro level, it deals with the macro. You know what I'm saying? On the individual level, and the whole group level. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them, you know what I'm saying, are interconnected. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm getting fucked over, you know what I'm saying, because I'm black, another man gonna get fucked over because he's black. You know what I'm saying? If I get pulled over by police or end up going to jail, they're gonna treat me the same as they're gonna treat somebody else, you know what I'm saying, is black. It don't matter if you gay, it don't matter if you got money, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We seen time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Just like with R. Kelly. Did it to Michael, I said in a prior video, did it to Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby, man. So it's so many other brothers, you know what I'm saying? I can't name right now, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many different brothers that doesn't happen to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know, we have to understand, it's like, man, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be treated the same simply because you black. You know what I'm saying? In this country. And that's just how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, ain't no, oh, well, you know, they going to do this or this, my family, you know what I'm saying? We okay. We like, no, man, you got to worry about your black sons your daughters, you know what I'm saying, anytime. And this folk fucking coming up dead in Houston. They said the 16th person came up dead in Houston, you know what I'm saying? Black. I don't hear nobody said nobody white is ending up in the bayou. These are all young black women, for I understand. I think college age students. You know what I'm saying? Says a white man, you know what I'm saying, down there doing that. You know what I'm saying? I would say, well, fuck it. Let's go and go. Let's merge. Let's go and get down to Houston. You know what I'm saying? See what's happening. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, fuck that. We putting a stop to that, man. That can't happen. You know what I'm saying? See, when stuff like that happen, if that was a response, then we all like say, man, X everything. We going to Houston. We finna figure this out. Even that will give respect. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Rise up as kings, you know what I'm saying? Make some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? We want that respect from our women, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to go nowhere. We ain't got to go to another land. You know what I'm saying? Our women are going to respect us here. You know what I'm saying? I would say on the individual level, rise up as a man, rise up as a king, the king that you are. Rise up, man, and take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Because not only the person you with or the woman you with or whomever may see you, not only they going to respect it, man, they going to love it. They going to like, man, I see you. Everything you said you going to do, you doing it. You doing it. You did it. You know what I'm saying? And you going to get that respect. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, historically, don't feel jaded, man, because some of our women, I'm saying the black women, I'm not even worried about no other women, because our women feel like they feel. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think about even in genetically, you know what I'm saying, that when you go through trauma, that shit is in your genetics. You know what I'm saying? That's down there, it's encoded in your DNA. You know what I'm saying? One of your great grandmama seen somebody get hung or lynched or something, man, and shit. That fear is like encoded in their DNA. You know what I'm saying? That fear and then the anger turns to anger. That anger is encoded in DNA. They pass it down, they pass it down. Daughters, you know what I'm saying? Daughters own the other daughters. You know what I'm saying? So, it's their grandchildren and on down. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's probably a lot of anger. And I would even say in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Because they angry because we couldn't protect them or didn't protect them, you know what I'm saying? And then allow them to be, you know what I'm saying, just taken advantage of in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I just know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna say it just like it is. Somebody got to die. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with me and somebody got to die. Bitch, it's gonna be either me or you. You know what I'm saying? But you're not finna touch my mama, my grandmama, my wife, whoever, my girl, whoever I'm with. You not finna touch them. You know what I'm saying? Dad and brother, you're not gonna touch them. And I still even feel like that. You know, even by my brother. You know what I'm saying? Even though he older than me. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't no fight. He don't have fights. You know what I'm saying? But I go to war for him if it go down like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you mess with him, you might want to go ahead and get ready to go to the cemetery. You know what I'm saying? So then that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't look for no problem, but then that's just in me. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? I just know sometimes you got to make an example of people. And in saying that, sometimes, even in that sense, we hadn't made no example of nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I know historically, it's so much done happened to us, man. And I hold a lot of anger, man, because just knowing what done happened. Like, for instance, just this one thing. In Florida, they were feeding our children, our babies, man, to alligators just to get the alligator skins in slavery. Just in that trade. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the babies out there, the alligators, to be able to catch the alligators so they get their skins. Knowing that shit, man, is like, for me, it does not absolve anyone from that type of conduct. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was basically encoded in or written in the Constitution that we would be counted as three-fifths of a man for tax purposes. You know what I'm saying? Taxation purposes. You know what I'm saying? For masters and, you know what I'm saying, the so-called slave masters, you know what I'm saying, they're the population of the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Or their voting power, you know what I'm saying, for the purposes of, you know, being counted, you know what I'm saying, for in slavery. You know what I'm saying? That's codified in the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, things like that, man. When I talk about reparations and rising up, stuff like that, that has to be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? Things that happen like that, that got to be accounted for. Somebody has to pay the price for that. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no excuse for that. Matter of fact, when I say that, and it's so much that went on, it's so many things that have happened to us, so many traumatic experiences that we've been through that has happened to us, we're psychologically damaged from that. It don't even know it. That's why I hold a lot of anger in, you know what I'm saying, because of things that I know that have occurred. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know it's women holding in a lot of anger, maybe unbeknownst to them, because a lot of things that have occurred, you know what I'm saying, historically with our people over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of trauma. Even that needs to be, addressed. That's damage, man. You know what I'm saying? So when I say reparations, it's not just, when you just screaming reparations, man. It's certain things that have to be repaired within us. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? And should be paid for. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things that have occurred, man, have damaged us, and it should never have been, should have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, to them brothers, man, that's just going, they going out the country and feeling like, oh man, these women over here, they trash, they're too much, too difficult to deal with. Hey man, you running from one problem, you know what I'm saying? You gonna mess around and run to another. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because the women over there haven't been raised, they haven't went through the trauma that we don't went through over here. You know what I'm saying? So they not gonna have the same, experience. Yeah, it's gonna probably be easy to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But let's deal with what we got to deal with over here, man, and help our people over here. That's what I'm talking about, man. All that running, you running from here, you know what I'm saying, thinking that it's a problem, that you not going to try to do nothing to help over here because it's like, hey, man, it's too far gone. I'm good, man. I'm not trying to do all that, you know what I'm saying, and you just leave somebody to the wayside, you know what I'm saying, and it just continue, that cycle it continues, because it's not addressed, you know what I'm saying. So I would say, man, let's understand, man. Yo, we got issues over here. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't just throw each other away because it's like we don't we have experienced some traumatic experience. You know what I'm saying? But I think we can get better though. I really do. I think we can get better. I think we can, we can help our women. You know what I'm saying? Then our women, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm talking to my sisters out there. I say, man, give us some grace, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, hey, man, give us a helping hand as well. Because sometimes, man, we need to do the same with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, give y'all some grace because we know that, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. Life done throwed us some blows, you know what I'm saying? And we holding on to anger, and fear, you know what I'm saying, from traumatic, historically traumatic experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say that. Hey man, let's help just regardless, man. Let's help each other, man, and be better. You know what I'm saying, together instead of like, oh, well, the women over here damaged, or the men over here damaged. They ain't, they not this, they not that. Like, hey man, you know what I'm saying. We, like I said in the prior video too, we all got value. A life has worth. You know what I'm saying. All of our lives, have worth. You know what I'm saying. We just need to be the word. You know what I'm saying. We helping each other instead of running away from each other. Like, oh, I'm finna go overseas and find somebody. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go. I'm gonna get me somebody from another race because I don't want to deal with black men and they be tripping and all. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to for real, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to really try to get with each other and lift each other up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no other way to do it. Ain't no other way to do it. You know what I'm saying? We got to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said to the brothers out there, man, is you going overseas and all that. Hey, man, okay, cool. Go over there, man, and do whatever you feel like you need to do. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if you got a black mama, if you got a black daughter, you know what I'm saying? You got black sons, say, man, it's like you got to understand, everybody, fighting amongst each other. They, you know what I'm saying, you got, your daughter, you know what I'm saying, you got what you think, you got men that want to treat her like, oh, well, she trash. That's how you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Your mom, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, your black mother, you feel like, well, shit, somebody gonna look at her like she trash. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like, let's make sense of it. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, if we not trying to help each other, we not trying to better each other, we not looking at it because it's our family. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying, what it boils down to, you know what I'm saying, how we looking at each other, you know what I'm saying? You got family members. Somebody got a brother or sister, cousin, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Down the line, you know what I'm saying? And then that's what it all boils down. You got men, okay, well, fuck it. Everybody leaving, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to, help the women. Ain't nobody trying to, be with the women. We just gonna go somewhere else and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, damn, what it's gonna leave our daughters? What are our mamas? You know what I'm saying? What it's gonna leave, you know what I'm saying, our girl cousins, you know what I'm saying? Sisters, like where's gonna leave them? You know what I'm saying? We just got, come on, man, we gotta be, like I said, we gotta be pragmatic about it, man. You know what I'm saying? No, and also that's another thing, that's where history, the importance of knowing history, knowing the origins of things come in at. You know what I'm saying? Some things that happen to us, man, like literally traumatically, man, it makes us act the way we act. You know what I'm saying? Our women, us as men, you know what I'm saying? Our women as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think we shouldn't just get so frustrated, man, and discard each other, man. Like in that, just in general, in that sense, we shouldn't get so frustrated with each other and discard each other, man, simply because, hey, man, I'm not acting a certain way, or, I don't act like somebody that you think is supposed to act. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may take a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I think we got the best women on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Here and around the world. You know what I'm saying? But you can't expect our women to act like somebody else from another country, man, because we've had different experiences over here. Understand that. We have had different experiences over here. Our women have. Same thing with our men. You know what I'm saying? I think in a sense, our men have been, so ingrained with fear that we won't rise up. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is just like, hey, man, we not trying to hear it no more. We gonna come get what we supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that's not helping us, we gonna get rid of it. We gonna discard it. You know what I'm saying? And so it'll never, like I said, it'll never happen again. You know what I'm saying? That's like I said, whether it be where we get reparations and straight up stop the things that's negative, like actually being imposed on us. Like I said, the mass incarceration, police brutality. You know what I'm saying? Even I feel like even some of these, like some of these killings, man, that's going on, like I said, about Houston. I think those things, you know what I'm saying, are by design. You know what I'm saying? Some of these, these racist policies that's being implemented, you know what I'm saying, by the Trump administration. Some of these things, you know what I'm saying, that's negatively impacting us. You know what I'm saying? To really like seriously, like, hey, man, we not trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? We are not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to accept that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about rise up in that way. So, I truly think, man, that we've been hurt. And like I said, fear has been ingrained in us, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand it, you know what I'm saying? Some of our mothers, that's coming from slavery. Didn't want to see their black boys, you know what I'm saying, get hung or lynched or whatever. So they, instill that fear in the black boys. You know what I'm saying? And the women had to become dependent, independent, basically, you know what I'm saying, and hold down the family because the black men couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So it just ended up being a cycle. Where the black men didn't rise up from fear, you know what I'm saying, of the steal by their mothers. The mothers became, independent because the black men couldn't take care of them. You know what I'm saying? They had to try to hold it down and hold everything together. You know what I'm saying? So it was a cycle. You know what I'm saying? The women becoming independent and not trusting the men, not, believing they could depend on men, and the men being fearful, you know what I'm saying? Because the mother instilled that in them because they didn't want nothing to happen to their black boys. And it still continues right now today. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, man, this cannot continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? And, and like I said, as black men and as a black man individually and on a group level, you know what I'm saying, from micro to the macro, you know what I'm saying, cosm level, you know what I'm saying, we got to rise up. You know what I'm saying? Individual as a man, you want respect, you want to be treated like a king, be a king in your own land and rise up. You know what I'm saying? Like the king you are. You know what I'm saying? Destined to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you different. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody ever tell you different. You know what I'm saying? Be a king in your own land instead of feeling like you got to go somewhere else to be treated like a king. You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody see you rising up, man, and you doing, and that's just even, like I said, even on the individual level, you know what I'm saying? You're rising up, taking care of business, you know what I'm saying? Doing everything you said you set out to do. You know what I'm saying? People see that, man, they're going to respect that. You know what I'm saying? And you are worthy of receiving that respect, you know what I'm saying? And getting everything you have coming to you. You know what I'm saying? That's from a woman, other people, you know what I'm saying? Your own family, you know what I'm saying? They see you doing what you taking care of business, man. They're going to respect and they're going to love you for it. You know what I'm saying? So rise up, man. King, rise up, king, rise up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do, man. I'm going to leave it at that, man. I'm going to get up out here. I just, like I said, I just wanted to say that. I know we are, I know we are, man. I know we are. You know what I'm saying? I know we are. I know we are going to rise up. I know we are. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? We got to all help you. Like, just like I'm on here making video, we just got to all come, you know what I'm saying, come together, man. And just, spread love, spread positivity to each other, man. Help each other up. Like I said, I ain't going to get on here bashing nobody. Like saying a passport, bro, whack, and they this and that. No, I'm going to come to it. I'm gonna talk, you know what I'm saying, and explain it from a historical aspect and break it down and make us all understand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's because of trauma. What doesn't happen, you know what I'm saying, to us. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to never down no sisters neither. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what doesn't happen to us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anyway, man, I said, let me get up out here. I just want to get on here and say that. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue to rise up. Brothers. You know what I'm saying? My brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? The kings out there, my sisters, my queens out there, to continue to rise up, man. And we, you know what I'm saying, do this thing together, man. And, and be one, you know what I'm saying? And get everything, like I said, that we should have, you know what I'm saying, as a people, man. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out here. Just want to get on here and say that, I hope y'all out there doing good, man. Like really, man, I really do. You know what I'm saying? Doing well. You know what I'm saying? Living life, man, being happy, man. Living life, full of love. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get up out here, and until the next one, love y'all. All right, y'all.